trade is really has been the engine to promote the reduction of poverty. As you know, or many people know, the reduction of poverty when in this economy from half or more than 53% of all economy to less than 22% in the last 8 to 10 years. So it's been a remarkable progress. The whole international community has recognized that. But this is not only what we've done or we have been achieving because of free trade or sound macroeconomic policies. We really think that social policy is extremely important, that economic growth per se or by only means won't be sufficient for the populations or for sectors that are not engaged into market conditions. In APEC, what we're trying to put on the agenda is exactly how we can promote the growth of SMEs, being SMEs at the beginning of the whole global chain, for them to receive all the tools to keep track of all the opportunities that we have through trade, and that we help them in this process to engage in business opportunities. Last year, the non-traditional exports for Peru, the ones that are associated with value added in generation of jobs, it was this first year, in 2015, that they encountered a decrease of 7%. I mean, all the region in Latin America experienced a slowdown in their exports. We have countries that really decreased their exports by 20%, by 17%, and Peru managed to keep that track, minus 7%. But while the whole economy was experiencing that result, we found a local community in Lima, is called Villa El Salvador. And it's a great example of very, very, very poor conditions that they really transformed a desert into an industrial park. And these are people, emerging people that come from the regions, people that come from the provinces, and most of them don't even have levels of sophisticated levels of education. And they all engage in metal mechanics or in wood industry or arts craft. And while the whole country experienced those results, they managed to grow 14% in their exports. So this is something that we are promoting, that even though the general conditions will show you that there's a sluggish or a slowdown in the whole trade, and you can find niches, you can find small opportunities where you are competitive and you can keep up growing in those markets, where you can offer a different product by innovation, by using technology, by creating those opportunities for those SMEs to engage in those markets that are really responding when you offer them a good product. Well, we have been working on trade facilitation. We believe that the less barriers we have, that the more productive and more competitive we are in, for example, by using the new methods of technology. We have a case of the single window, for example. Peru has been advocating and has been growing in developing a new tool. We are part of the Pacific Alliance. We are part of TPP. And we are promoting the use of a single window in a Pacific Alliance, for example, starting in next month, in June. We would have eliminated paperwork by exporting certain merchandise. So in allowing us to interoperate among all those countries, we really lower the barriers and we make it for countries or for SMEs, for example, easier at lower cost to export. That example, we're trying to work in the Pacific Asia. We have been promoting and giving, we have been conducting a proposal in among other countries. Korea, for example, has supported the idea of Peru working on that, and we are trying to, when we proposed that, we didn't receive any opinion against us. In other, most of the countries were in favor of that proposal. So we think that those are the areas that we have to be engaged. The other thing is the popular global value chains. We have been for next year probably, when Vietnam launches hosts the APEC next year, or probably we maybe have already developed some study to give us the most productive sectors, for example, automotive or the textile or the service industries, where we can really find those fields to engage in those global value chains. Mm-hmm. By increasing connectivity, by easing the ways to transport goods, you also have the other way, the benefit of increasing connectivity to bring more people to your country and take them out, buy products. So this is both ways that we are using the case of increasing the productivity. In terms of social outcomes, I would like to mention that if you look back, I mean, in a country like Peru, how much is changed by opening its frontiers, by opening its borders. We not only benefit on finding new markets for our agricultures, for our farmers, but we have been letting in technology and new products and new procedures, for example, that we didn't have before. So for us, it's been a tremendous impact on social terms that we have been able not only to create new jobs, but also to, for example, be able to become or to be able to access to new medicine, for example, for our people, educational systems, the revolution that technology has done, that has imposed a new way for us to learn. Those new methods would have been impossible for us if we didn't have that possibility of free trade. So for us, free trade has been, as I said, a instrument, a tool for us to look at what the world was doing, at what was doing in being done in the best way possible for us to get those, bring better conditions to our people. You know, the road construction, everything changes, technology and infrastructure. You get new methods that are being built in the world every year. And if you are not keep up with that, the speed the world evolves, then you're really missing something for your own people.